Hey, I'm Max. I'll be your Jetsurf expert here to answer a few questions for you. First, it's nice to meet you. I'm excited that you're excited about Jetsurfs. Let's just dive right in. To start, I want to tell you a little bit about Jetsurf. It's from the Czech Republic. It was founded in 2010. We currently have one headquarters and service center in Miami. Jetsurf pretty much invented the motorized surfboard industry, and our 2021 lineup actually has 6 different boards you can choose from. There's our base model, the Sport. Next is it a DFI Adventure. Then there's a DFI Adventure Plus, which is sort of like a long-range adventure model. And then we go to the Race, which is going to be a little bit more agile. Then there's a Titanium Race, which is an even more upgrade from that. And then we have an electric model. Which board particular is best for you? I know that you're probably going to want the Race version. It's got a differently built hull, so it's a little bit more agile. But since you've got to consider the family, you're probably going to want our Adventure DFI, which stands for digital fuel injection. It's going to be our most stable platform. It's got dual bindings, so you can ride it either regular or goofy. It's not a carburetor, it's fuel injected, so it's going to be easier to deal with in the long term. As well as the Sport model is currently on a 3-month back order. So if you want a board now, I think the Adventure model is going to be the one you're going to want. So I hear you're also interested in e-foils. So a Jetsurf is better than an e-foil because the e-foils are slow, they're cruisy, you kind of float above the water, which is an interesting feeling. However, you can't carve. It doesn't rip around like a Jetsurf board. It's just plain not as fun. Another plus for Jetsurf boards versus e-foils is if you ever want to transport your Jetsurf board, checking it through an airline, which is not going to let you bring the big lithium-ion batteries that an e-foil has. I know you're thinking if you're going to spend this much money on water sports and you may be interested in a jet ski, but you've also got to consider that you've got to have somewhere to put that jet ski. If you don't have dock space, you're going to have to trailer that thing. You're going to have a car to trailer it. You're going to have somewhere to put it. Jetsurf boards are much more portable. You can take them anywhere. It's way easier to deal with. If you buy a Jetsurf board, are you going to need to register it? Yes, you're going to need to go down to the DMV, but it's really not that hard. You're just going to need an invoice and a certificate of origin. Get a little tag, put it on the board, and then you're safe and sound. You were wondering about the maintenance on the Jetsurf boards. Just like any machine, it does require a little bit of maintenance. You're used to dirt bikes, it really shouldn't be a problem for you. You know, you're gonna have to keep things lubricated. You're gonna have to change out the spark plugs every once in a while. You're gonna have to mix oil and gas. And you know, with anything you run on salt water, you're gonna have to rinse it inside and out. Every board comes with a detailed maintenance manual, as well as access to some video tutorials on how to take care of the board. The headquarters in Miami acts as our service center. How are you going to learn how to ride the Jetsurf boards? Personally, I've found that pretty much anybody can pick it up after a few tries in about 30 minutes. It's kind of intimidating at first, but we do have Jetsurf academies and ambassador locations where you can spend the day learning how to ride one. You can also do kind of a try before you buy. Generally, with a little bit of practice, everyone can get up on the boards, be safe, and start enjoying a good time. You said you've got some experience with dirt bikes, which is actually going to help you in learning how to ride the Jetsurf board. One of the hardest parts of learning how to drive the Jetsurf at first is learning how to work that throttle and knowing how to apply throttle pressure while maintaining your balance. Since you've ridden dirt bikes before, I think you're going to be able to get that application of power down pretty quickly. Like I said, pretty much anyone can pick it up within 30 minutes or so. I think that one of our most exciting new products, though, is the Jetsurf tube. It's kind of like an inflatable tube that goes around the outside of the board that makes it super stable. And so you can kind of start off with that. So you learn how to get the throttle, work on your balance, learn how to get your foot into the bindings. I think that that's going to be great for, you said you've got 2 teenage kids. Can you get a discount if you buy 2? Well, I personally think the most fun you can have on a Jetsurf board is when you get 2 boards and you ride together. It kind of adds that perspective. I want to help you get 2 boards, and so I'm sure we could work out some sort of discount. Convincing the wife that you need a Jetsurf board. Maybe you want a little bit of adrenaline while still being able to, you know, ride with the kids. She's going to appreciate that Jetsurfs are actually relatively a safe way to have a really good time without taking on much risk. I think your wife's going to appreciate just everybody getting together, having a good time, smiles on their face. She's going to get lots of good videos with big grins. riding the Jetsurf board is a great family experience. I hope I was able to answer all the questions you had. Again, my name is Max. I'm happy to answer any more questions you may think of, but I hope you'll be in touch, and I hope to see you out on the water on one of the new Jetsurfs.